If you visit Level Ground, you can see that it's been well crafted. But what we're wanting to take people a little bit behind the scenes on is how well sourced it's been as well. There's a direct effect on people's lives when great decisions are made every step of the way. And we're excited to welcome customers into the experience of a cup of coffee that's not only well crafted, but well sourced. We're here in the Level Ground facility. This is the area where we store the green coffee that comes in from 7 different farming countries. It's usually small-scale coffee cooperatives that we're partnering with. And there's over 1 million pounds of green coffee that comes through this room on an annual basis. That's the harvest of more than 5,000 small-scale farmers. The coffee sacks, as you can see, are just 60 kilos of beans per sack, and that's the harvest annually of about 100 little coffee trees. Some of the small-scale families that we purchase from, they're only growing 500 to 1,000 trees on their property. So 5 or 10 sacks is a whole year's harvest and all the cash income that family sees in the year. So this connection that Level Ground has to a small-scale farming family, it's a vital part of their annual income. As we've increased capacity, we've continued to innovate. This is the best way that we've found that goes easy on the body and stages the green coffee beans for the adjacent roasting room. And one of the critical ingredients to crafting coffee well, we believe, is small batch roasting. So as we've grown, we're now in our 5th facility, we've not gotten bigger roasters as we grow, we've gotten more roasters. The beans heat up, and there isn't a big visible change for quite a few minutes in the roaster, and then boom, they pop. With coffee, we'd say it cracks. It's actually very akin to like popping popcorn. And when it cracks, there's these volatile organic compounds that come off. So all of the air coming off our 3 small batch roasters goes into an oxidizer or an afterburner. But the magic of our current one is patented technology that not only destroys the VOCs that are coming off of the roasting process, it captures the hot air, returns it back to the start of that cycle. And that technology has saved us now 43% of our natural gas in roasting. Our green coffee quality team is 3 people. And so if you think of a Venn diagram and 3 circles converging, the company, Level Ground, does well, the customer has an amazing coffee experience, and we've got a bright future for the farming community that we're sourcing from. And all of that comes together really hinged on the quality that we deliver. And what's kind of central to the whole coffee quality ethos is this role called a Q grader. Q is for quality. A Q grader is to specialty Arabica coffee what a sommelier is to the wine industry, overseeing the team of people who are doing everything from the roasting to working as baristas in the tasting room. And that becomes all that dials in the spec size on ground coffee that goes out of the building, to the color on a spectrometer of the coffee that's going through the bean machine, and the humidity of the beans that's being measured, which is in storage. And all of that is being monitored by a team of people who are adjusting temperatures, they're adjusting roasting times, and they're looking at best storage mechanisms, and even giving advice back to producer groups on how to better store or package or control humidity when they're sending beans to us. When you meet the team at Level Ground, you start to find a pretty common thread going on. There's a level of intensity, idealism, values alignment that's very powerful and very contagious. And I think that when we think about scaling up the company, moving from, say, 1 million pounds roasted a year to 2 or 3 or 5 million roasted pounds a year, there's a very common, strong foundation around why. More farmers. If we can have more farmers' harvests coming into our facility, there's more impact. There's more bright futures for more people. I love to use the term BFF, a bright future for farmers. You think of a grandparent or a parent who's seeing the next generation raised up on a small-scale farm in a country that has a very different economic situation than our own. When you can see that your child or your grandchild has a chance at education, has a chance at a future, has options in front of them, I consider that a bright future. And really, that was the original notion when we started out in 1997, is that we'd basically rally people around this. You can be an agent of change with everyday consumer choices. You may not understand how much power you have in the economy. And I don't think I really understood it at first when we got the business going. But the fact is that now, over the last 23 years, we've produced roasted coffee from all these different places that's become 500 million cups of coffee. That's just a choice at a time and a choice at a time. That's what you have the ability to create. When you understand as a customer that your choice and your decision in the marketplace creates these effects of ripples into other places, into other communities, I think it really gives you a sense of possibility.